We back up in this joint. Let's go. All right, so I'm making sure my mic is on and everything. Making sure. All right, I just want to just start by saying that this is I Stand the Rises Creation podcast. I'm in here. I'm in here. I'm in here, man. Listen, this is just a test run for today. I don't have anything that was like planned out or whatever, but I wanted to just come on here and do a test run real quick. Um, as y'all know, when I use this space for me is very therapeutic. So when I do what I do, man, I don't just do this for fanfare, popularity or anything like that. It's just me being me, jumping on here, saying whatever, going wherever the day takes me, saying what's on my mind, although I want to not say too much. Look, I'm not really with that gossip blogger stuff or whatever. I just more so want to spread love musically, artistically, man, all of that, man. Man, all of that. So, all right. Let me see. So, I mean, I could turn this volume levels down, turn the volume levels down, you know what I'm saying? Move the mic around or whatever like that. I'm back in this joint, man. I'm back in here, man. Um, like I said, this was not planned at all. I did not formally like I didn't plan it. Man, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to jump on here. And because it's March 15th, 2026, it's like I'm back for the first time. Yes, 2026, I'm back in here, I had to dust off the cobwebs. I had to clean the board, clean down the station, sanitize everything. I haven't been on here for a while. So it's like, man, after because I'm gonna talk some more about the 3-year anniversary of the Wordsmith experience. It was an event that was here in Philadelphia that was helmed by the almighty Del P. I'm gonna touch on that even some more when I do my first official comeback. Comeback. I mean, this is just to exercise my vocal cords and get back in to the swing of things and just let everybody know that I'm back in this joint now. Whether they catch me or not, or whether they see me or whatever, whether I catch people's attention or not, I just want to let people know in the place to be that I'm in here and I'm ready to go. Um, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to plan on doing from this day moving forward, but I got a lot of things up in my noggin right now. I got a lot of things that I want to maybe even touch on in the music stratosphere. Maybe that's not a maybe. That's a promise as far as with that, because I want to stick more with what it is that I know. Politics is not really my lane. A lot of things going on. We all know. Oh boy. Listen, if if for your comfort, if you just want to just vibe out to some homegrown music, especially from Philadelphia, from this city alone, and just want to escape all of the noise, this is the place to be. And many other places on YouTube and so on and so on, everywhere else. Because that's the whole thing about reactors, bloggers. That's the whole thing about streamers and stuff like that. We do things we do a lot of things to get your mind off of the usual. We even express certain things because we also want to get you full aware of what's going on outside of this space in itself. But then we we kind of are in the inside looking out, or we're on the outside looking at. Whatever the case may be, you use your platform, you use your space for what you need to use it for. So that's what I'm intending on that's what I'm want to use our standardizers creation for that purpose only. And man, I feel good, man. I'm so back in this joint. There has been a lot that was going on, and you know what? I'm not even going to touch on those things. Just know that God always got you when things are tough, man. God always got you, and you just got to keep your head top. You got to keep everything protected, man. You got to keep everything protected. Your mental, your heart. You got to keep that spirit protected because there's so much that can be there's so much that can be done to you, and so many people out here who want to just steal your joy and take you off your square or whatever. But that's only if you allow that. You allow that to happen. So you just keep that armor on. Period. Um, Man, what was I going to touch on? Well, being as though this could be a good introduction, I'm going to I'm going to be taking this down off of YouTube, and I want to present myself on a different platform. Only because of the fact that maybe I see it better that way to do so. I'm still going to be using the YouTube live platform, but I got to take my talents somewhere else. Better lighting, better everything. I mean, for me, I'm doing this thing from the muscle, from the ground up myself. So it's not really, I got like a crew or a whole lot of help or nothing like that. And that's how it be sometimes. I mean, it's you yourself with your own platform and whatnot. So you can't really worry about who's like my man said. You have to worry about you being present. You have to worry about you yourself. I could be referring to myself. I have to worry about myself being in presence, and that's what it is. The presence is a gift. So with that being said, oh man, what is we going to touch on? What are we going to touch on coming up? Like I said, I was at the Wordsmith Experience. I was there this past Friday. I was there. Oh my God, it was a monumental event as usual. I loved it. I can't. What more can I say? All of the artists that we've grown to love. I mean, you would have to be from the city, in the city. We're talking about from New York from New York, from the DMV, all over the map, man. Or should I say the whole Eastern Seaboard? I mean, you could have artists coming from Cali. You can have artists coming from the Midwest, down south, or whatever like that. But it's a showcase of homegrown hip hop talent along with hip hop talent, period, from just coming from our diaspora as melaninated people. So it is a joy to be a part of the Wordsmith Experience because it's something that it galvanizes the hip hop world and the genre itself. And because of what Del P, is doing with this platform, says a lot. Because you go to the Wordsmith Experience, it's an experience all within itself, and that's what you should take away from it and should walk away from with a feel good energy. You will feel good once you in there because you know that it's a lot of great hip hop spinning, a lot of joyous people there, a lot of connections that can be made. If you want to get heard, you want to be on stage and do your thing, go ahead and do your thing, and that's what this is about. So my thing is for me, that's what I'm here to do. Create what I like to tend to think that I'm good at, or getting good at, and it's just be myself and I. You know what I mean? Creating, just like for every individual who can create something. Whether you're an artist, should I say, music artist, and whether you're a visual artist, whether you are an artist who you who with the paintbrush, artists with the stencils, the pen, you know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from with that. You know, just artists, period. You know, a sculpturist, you name it, a muralist, anyone that creates things, a painter. So if you're out here creating, keep creating, for real. Keep creating. For real, we need that. We need all artistic hands on deck. Seriously. So, I Stand to Rise's creation, March 15th, 2026. I'm in here. This is what it is. So, like I said, so many people have have asked me, when are you going to do your podcast? When are you going to get back into the swing of things? Just you wait. Just you wait. I'm in. I'm in. So I'm here. I want to perfect this even more. Getting back into the swing of things. I felt like, when I started, maybe like I'm gonna say maybe when I started, what was it, 2 years ago? Because I ain't been on here for a while, so y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm gonna say when I was on this joint, I really was, feeling some things. I was, really feeling the feedback. I was also showcasing music, doing music reviews. Well, I want to up the ante on that. So that's why I don't have an itinerary for you guys yet, but I'm just letting y'all know that I'm in here. I'm back. I'm back on the vibe wagon. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get back into it and see where this is going to go at this point, because it's like now or never. You gotta get yourself acclimated to something that you love to do. I think for me, being as though I can be a talkative person, I think that sharing my ideas. I won't so much say share my ideas, but sharing my thoughts on things, and therapeutically, I can out. Um, well, it was something I was trying to say there. Outwardly, my fault. Outwardly, get my thoughts. I mean, what it is that I want to say, get that out there, because your thoughts stay in your head. Your thoughts are in your head, and when it comes out of your lips, that's when orally you like people can hear you from your thoughts. They can hear your thoughts basically. So I like to think that, listen, that or someone's out there listening to me. You know what I mean? And even if you have, and I've probably said this before, even if you have 1, 10, 100 listeners, followers, whatever like that, somebody wants to hear you out. Somebody's listening to you. So, like I said, I Stand to Rise's creation. I didn't really put this out there for folks to share and like and stuff like that, because this is just a test run for me. Like I said, it's therapeutic for me, period, to just come on here and just speak on things, whatever it's going to be. For me, it's just me, just speaking my thoughts, random at that. But like I said, I want to take this thing. I want to use the YouTube. I want to use the YouTube live platform still, but I want to take my talents to a different setting. That way, I can. I'm keeping the same background setting, but I want to take my talents to a different platform other than just using YouTube. I want to also connect it maybe to that, and then maybe you can see what we got cooking better. Um, like I said, I'm just like starting out, and I know for most people, for them it will take about some people, maybe they perfect this thing from 2 years, maybe they'll perfect it from 3, from 4, 5 years. For me, I've only been at this. I've only been at this for maybe about a good year or two. It's been a while, so if I'm getting the time wrong, I'm going to say that I'm just starting out. I'm not a veteran at this, and I'm not trying to come off like I'm an expert at really at this podcast space. I mean, this was a new territory for me. Even starting. I thought that, let me get some equipment here or some equipment there and maybe see where this is going to go or whatever. And then even through all of that, I thought to, okay, well, let me see if I can go in this part of the house or go to that part of the house, or maybe even see where the lighting can be a lot better. Those things I was just wrestling with, and so now even with what the feedback I was getting, they actually was requesting that I keep everything the way that it is. Some people were saying that, and I said, well, yeah, that kind of does sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like, because you can't be like everybody. But however, it's not about being like everybody. It's just that presentation and all of that has to be on point. And I think that, oh, trust me, when I get to a point to where, you know what I mean, I look more professional. Oh, trust me doing different things is going to be what's going to stand out, because you're going to hear it, you're going to see it for yourself, that I'm just far from your average. But however, this is our Standard Rises Creation Rate podcast. I am, man, I'm so elated right now. I'm so elated. I've been doing this, for a short period, but have people come up to you and ask you, well, what do you think about my music and blah 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 blah. And I mean, these are people even within my inner circle who I didn't think that they would even check for me. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, really? And just being like a whole mini celebrity out here and feeling good about it. So yeah, you have people, and this is by no means me trying to take away from the radio station space, because I could never do that. I could never do that. But yeah, man, and I really don't want to drag this. I really don't want to drag this, too much. I really don't want to drag this. I really don't want to drag this, but let me see where I'm at with this. So, let me see. So, yeah, when I was at the event, there's a lot that I missed out on, man. I'm talking about music, music, period. Like not even just the event itself, but because there's a lot of artists that's homegrown in my city that's putting out dope music, and I've been exposed to a lot of other dope artists. Um, I'm going to have to say that there's a lot that I need to catch up on, and just pay attention. I'm The weather's going to be breaking, man. The weather's going to be breaking, so I think that it's going to be one of those things where I'm just going to have a good old time with this whole thing and make sure that um what I need to put out there is going to get put out there. It's never too late though to actually review music. It's never too late, because here's the thing. With that, once the music is being put out there, it's out there for the masses to gravitate towards. And once they get a feel of your song or your project, then it all depends on, what I mean, like how many people it's going to reach. I mean, and how many people it's going to really feel it. And then, but that is where a lot of reactors, that is where a lot of folks like myself that might just be starting off in this way, shape, or form with the reviews, they'll once they got the music going, and then they got a whole wide audience that's catching. Once they got a whole wide audience that's catching, um, like what's being played in the background or whatever like that, it's like, oh, okay, I see, I see what's going on. I'm hearing some heat, and once you know you're hearing the heat, you hear the vibes. Now it's like cue. Now it's on cue. Like, okay, I can rock with this. This is what I was. This is what I'm here for. So I like to put it this way: that listen, when it comes to this music, um, it's at this point, it's for everybody to feel. The artists themselves drop the music. They drop that song, that single, or they drop that project. And when they're dropping that project, they created that. It's for them. It's what they've created from themselves. They've projected out their expression to a point where they've put out some of their best work, and that's what they feel. So they want the world to also receive that. And when the world receives that, when the audience that they expose their music to receives that, then guess what? It will resonate with those listeners, those folks. And when it resonates with them, they will every morsel, every nook and cranny of that particular project or projects or song or songs is going to really captivate the listeners. Because at this point, now you've exposed this to many of the listeners. You put your music all on different platforms, and your music is exposed that way. You have somebody like myself that when they go to review the music gets out there to many to listen to it, not just to listen to it. Because I mean, I know you're hearing what's going on, but to take it all in, you know what I'm saying? Now it's downloaded into your spirit. It's downloaded into your DNA. You are one with, with the sounds that you are exposed to. So what you can do with that is that you just take it all in. You feel it. You feel it. And this is what music is supposed to do. I think for me, I resonate with music because of what's being said in the music. If it's very meaningful, you know what I'm saying? Because not everything will you be able to relate to, but you know about that because what I'm saying, especially when we're talking about the hood where you came from and the many of trials, the tribulations, the many things that has happened. You know what I'm saying? Even with that person who's artistically expressing themselves, you feel a sense of that because you know somebody who's been through those circumstances. So you yourself, it resonates with you in a way because you have a friend, or you have friends who's been through those same war stories, who's been through those same things. So there we go. Um, Man, like I said, what a time though. What a time. What a time. Because like I said, I could touch on some things, man, but I don't this is not the time to do it yet. But we're gonna get into some things. I'm gonna take this thing to another level, Lord willing. Um, but we iron the kinks out. We yeah, I'm working some things out. But with that being said, you are here. I stand the Rogers creation. I'm back March 15th, 2026. I'm sure to always have to keep on repeating that date, man, because yo, man, it is on. It is on. It is on. So with that being said, guys and girls, I'm gonna sign off here. Like I said, I'm gonna share this thing with so many folks that I can that I will share with, just to get this out there so that many of you be sure to like and subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to this channel on YouTube. You can either look for me, like or subscribe to me, connect with me on all other platforms on IG. I'm on there, I'm just want to give this all to you, man. My thoughts, most importantly, give that all to you. Let you know how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's about music, culture, whatever other content. There's so much to share. There's so much to share. So I think that for me, I'm going to take this somewhere where it needs to be taken to. Not far from your average, I'm gonna say. So with that being said, I'm gonna sign off. This was a test run, March 15th, 2026. I'm back in the game. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to jump off the porch. I'm ready to jump over the gate, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm ready to take this to another plateau. That's what I'm ready to do with this. I don't know what else to say. I'm ready to do this because this needs to be done. You know what I mean? Not a whole lot of creating needs to be done. Um, so y'all catch me. I will be sharing this to and get this out to many of folks as I need to get this out to and get them exposed to what I'm doing, where I'm at, so that we can crank it up a bit and expect to see me on a whole nother platform, getting things together because I will be doing that. And I'm all in, man. YouTube Live, here I am. Also, I've checked a few other avenues to take my talents to, but I'm going to work the kinks. In the meantime, I'm back. Thank y'all. Salute and all of that. Love y'all for life. Peace and love.